Well, hey guys, welcome to week 2 of the chase here on Sundays with myself. And then this is Evan Holland. He is a new intern with Midwest Whitetail. I shouldn't say new, he's just new to working with me, but we're going to spend the fall together. So wanted to introduce the face to the person behind the camera that throughout this video I'm just randomly talking to and asking questions. A couple of things about Evan. He, on his own accord, moved from Michigan to Iowa just from a standpoint of loving whitetail deer hunting. So he's put a lot up in the air as far as changes in his life just to be around all the great resources that Iowa has to offer. So very excited to spend the fall with him in the woods and get to hopefully see some really cool things. We're officially through the first week in 6 videos of the chase, and just want to say thank you for all the cool comments, you guys' suggestions. And here we are, week 2, like I said, and we have some good updates for you. We got a permission acquiring part to this that definitely was not expecting. We have found the big deer in Hardhorn, saw him, and it shocked us to say the least, as you're about to see. And then we went and walked the new permission property. So it is definitely a fun time of the year. I've got some exciting updates coming down the line following this one. Youth seasons are kicking off. So hopefully, things just start to really fire up as far as the updates go. And hope you guys enjoy it. Have any suggestions, let us know. Otherwise, let's jump into a very, very big surprise for Evan and I. Well, we are fresh off of vacation here, and Evan and I are going to see if we can't watch the big deer tonight for the first time. And I'll tell you what, when you talk about change, a lot has changed in these bean fields. I mean, it went from like green to it's all gone, foliated. He's got some yellows left, but it looks like fall, to say the very least. Still got no permission, and we're finally not throwing in the towel, for lack of a term, but we're definitely giving ourselves some more options here. What's that? So yeah, we're gonna perch up here and see if we don't see him, I guess. I'll be really shocked if we do. I mean, everything's moving around, fall shift. If he is here tonight, that's going to be a pretty solid indicator that this could be where he's going to be in early October. We'll perch, see if anybody's on to us as far as parking. And hopefully they're not. Just, one thing people keep asking me is why the heck we're showing this, but it's kind of what we signed up to do, I guess. If it works out, great. If it don't, well, didn't lose anything. So feels good out. Gosh, I wish we were hunting somewhere. What do you think? You were assume?
I think so. Feels good. You should have went to Kentucky.
Yeah, the cold front's hitting right now.
Yeah.
Right there, Hardhorn. I swear, dude. He's right there. It's him, dude. What the heck? The giant is right here. What? What's your reaction? Tell me.
He's like, what, 80 yards? Hardhorn. Can't believe it. Dude. We both said it. We're gonna see him tonight. And if we see him tonight, he's not leaving.
Right. We just filmed him Hardhorn 80 yards off the road. Shut up.
Right, this is stupid.
Dude, we were sitting here and I'm like, well, maybe he's gonna stand up. Something catches my eyes in the binos in the waterway right in front of me. And it's both of them.
Bedding in the waterway, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Send me a clip.
I will.
I appreciate you.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, well, I told you if we see him, we'd bring him. And you just saw this deer. Not sure how good it is. He's pretty far out there, but every time we make this drive down here and just know that we are going to be, I mean, he's living on this small piece. And gives us so much time to drive home and just think about the question Evan asked me last night, which is, if we get permission on him tomorrow, what would we do? And the fact of the matter is, if we got permission on him tomorrow, we wouldn't do anything. You know, I want to go put cameras up. You want to learn more, but we know this, he's here. I mean, since late June when I found this deer, whenever it was, Drake lamb. In his defense, I did call him. But whenever we found this deer, he's been on this piece. I don't know how many times we've laid eyes on him. Today was a southeast wind again, so same as last night. And, you know, he's a couple 100 yards a different direction. So that's the one thing I want to try to put together on him is just, can we find some sort of wind pattern or consistency? And right now, there's not, except that you know he's going to be on the property. So obviously we're still waiting on permission. And this deer is, I've gotten to the point where he's consuming all of my thoughts and all of my efforts. And so that is why tomorrow morning we're going to go back to the Big Bird Farm. We're going to make the drive over there. We're playing pinball across the state of Iowa. We're going to move the cameras off of there, move them, get on some scrapes. Hopefully we can pick up this drop time. And then we're going to go to that new property along the river and just go cover it. We're going to go look on all the new nooks and crannies. Never been on there as far as getting into the woods. Frankly, the only 3 days I've been on it were the 3 days that I helped the landowner out with the task that they needed done. So exciting day tomorrow ahead, and I think that farm could hold a ton of potential. Extremely grateful for the permission, and another sleepless night thinking about this big giant. I want to kill this deer so bad. Couple things today. Last night, huge. Saw the deer. We're super excited. I talked about we're coming over to the Big Bird property, and we were gonna move cameras around, go look at the river farm. And the news we just got is the second best news I could have gotten today, and it's not the big deer. But Joy and I stopped and asked where we got the shed hunting permission earlier this spring, found all the drop tine sheds, that 9-pointers past sheds from last season. And I was texting Joy and I'm like, what do you think about asking to hunt? What do we have to lose, right? Gave her some mushrooms for the, shed hunting, and she was super thankful for that. And we just got full hunting rights in the woods where drop tine, 6x5, all these bucks live. It totally changes the way we can hunt this property. I cannot believe it. And you know what the funniest thing is? She goes, I told you that this spring. We could have been hunting it the whole time, doing stuff out here the whole time. So now, I don't know what to do. I was gonna move this cuddy link. And we can't do that. We gotta go put more cameras out here now. I am beside myself. We still might make it to the new farm. And honestly, that's probably what we'll do mainly. But we're gonna have to activate a cell, and we're gonna have to really just come and add cameras to this system another day. But we really do need to go get some cameras out in the new piece first, just to see what bucks are out there, if there's any. But that is insanely cool. I'm so thankful for the landowners letting us hunt. Like, permission it's not a common thing. And we're just really fortunate to get to do this, so. Yeah, a lot of talking in the truck, and hopefully we're gonna go to the woods here soon. We're waiting on Gavin. That's the last interview we're gonna do before we're doing something in the woods. We're gonna get Gavin's first reaction, because I can promise you, it's gonna be pretty funny. Let's go.
Let's go, dude. Joey, what do you think?
Let's go!
That's it? You're a nerd.
Howdy.
We got good news, Gavin.
Good news. You're lying.
All of it. Look at all of it.
Stop. I told you,
What's she gonna say? No?
Right, exactly.
Hey, just wanted to give you an update. So you know how we sat in that hay bale blind watching the untouchable forever?
Yep.
We got permission to hunt all of our pieces.
You're
No.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Yeah,
No way. That's gonna be killer.
it changes it. I think we would have done a lot of different things last year.
I feel like our odds would have been a lot higher on that piece
Yeah.
last year.
How about that though, huh? Cool, well, we better actually get some productivity accomplished here.
Yeah, no
But-
kidding. I gotta do the same thing. I leave for Georgia in the morning, so.
Nice, you hunting?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
I'm excited for it.
Heck yeah, well, I'll give you a shout later. We can catch up.
Alright, we'll catch you later.
As you do. Bye. Alex was the one that spent a lot of time with me in the hay bale blind right there, watching the untouchable that's now touchable. No scrape is open here. I'm gonna wait to come put the rest of the cameras out here for a week or so as we get closer, probably, Joy, to fall. But let's get to the new piece. I don't know.
You guys like apples?
Heck yeah. Whoops. So here we are 2 days later. We finished up on that Big Bird property. Came over, you see those drone shots and how this property lays out. We got 4 cameras up. Just did that all really quickly and ended up running out of time to accomplish what we wanted to do, which is why we're here today. And that is, we are doing a speed scout of this entire property. One of the things that I guess is worth talking about is my first step is trying to determine, you know, when do I think a property is going to be the best to hunt, what time of the year. You know, you always hear the question, when is the best time to hunt? And as dumb as it sounds, in my opinion, it's when the deer are there. The way that this property sets up, there's no food on it. There's technically a lot of native browse, you know, as you saw from those drone shots. We can come from the south. It lays out with a bunch of different various CRP plantings, and then all the timber is along the river on the north side, which in theory sounds great because you can hunt and walk in, you know, west winds, north winds in your face. Those are going to be really good hunting days. But the problem is, from my understanding, most of the ag where these deer will be going is to the south. Now, granted, across this river, there's a huge ag field. So we're going to be learning it. But the point is right now, I don't think that there's many deer living on this property. And specifically, I don't think there's going to be very many bucks, you know, and that's why we're taking advantage today. We are basically going to look for the time of year that I think is good. And I think that this farm is going to light up middle of October going into the pre-rut and then obviously into the rut. It just sets up as a great travel corridor. And I think that as ag comes out, cover gets less, this is going to be a farm that hopefully a lot of deer hole up in. We've got a couple of does so far, 1 small buck. And our plan today is we're trying to figure out as much historical sign as possible, looking for scrapes, looking for old rubs, finding trails. Got Onyx tracker on, and we've made our way all the way back to the north, and the river's right behind me. And we're just gonna comb this river bottom like we were shed hunting. We're gonna try to cut as much sign as possible, opposed to walking up and down. We're here, we're gonna try to mark as many pins as we possibly can. And then from there, we can use that information, you know, back on the computer and really start to try to paint the pieces together. So it is a beautiful piece. It is, I think it proved to us exactly why we need to get access from the river though. Because there's no way we'd be able to get in here without spooking every deer that we try to hunt on the way in if we came from the south. So one of those properties where if you added food, you could definitely change the way you hunt it, but that's just not our situation right now. And I'm just glad to be out here and thankful to be out here. So we're gonna keep walking. Mosquitoes are bad every time we stop. And so far, I don't wanna say it's been underwhelming sign-wise, but definitely not as much as I expected, but hopefully that means when we find it, we'll find where we need to be. So You got any thoughts, sir?
I don't. Not at this point until we start to find some sign.
Evan's quiet this morning. That's okay. Keep on walking. And this deserves a trail camera. This is what we were looking for right here. And we're only about 20 yards from where we just said we haven't found anything. But you figure at some point we come across, you know, some sort of chandelier type scrape, and definitely you can see where it's been tore up in the past years, all these licking branches. Not saying this is going to be something that has anything new or recently, but definitely something to get a camera on, so that when they do start hitting it, we'll know what's here. I don't know if I'm going to put a camera on it right now. I might just mark it. What would you do?
Probably just mark it.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
But this is what we were looking for right here. The deer just walking this top right here, rather than doing this thing. It's a perfect edge. They can either go up or go down, you know. Which, so let's pop up here and see if that theory's got any validity. There should be a deer trail through this one.
Tell you what I also expected to see more of.
So let's walk in.
What do you like about this spot?
I was saying, I think that this is as close to a pinch as we're going to get on this property. We've looked at it multiple times on the map, and I think total from riverbank to, you know, edge of going up into that CRP, I want to say it's 75 yards, somewhere in there. But it's just a big transition between, you know, more traditional river bottom. You could tell it floods in here when the water gets up, and then all that vegetation we just walked through. And we actually put a camera on the very east end of this, and we called it the Buck Lane or something like that. That's where we've gotten our only buck so far. But just when I think about the spot, on a north wind, if we can't secure the river access, we could pop in right off. There is one mode trail in this entire property, and it's the fire break that was put in not too long ago. And so we would be able to technically walk that and pop right into this bottom. And I mean, it's very fair to say we just walked through a bunch of bedding. It doesn't look like it's that active right now, but at some point I expect this to be a lot more full of deer. So we need to find some historical scrapes in here, if not trying to start a mock scrape, and then we'll put one camera. But right now I just don't feel like committing that many cameras in here. I mean, we can always come put them in as the sign goes up. Sorry, I'm itching so bad right now. It's like hard not to focus. What do you like about it? I just like how there's so much edge change.
Yeah, there's a lot of edge. The river edge, the diversity between the bottom and the top CRP, and there's some elevation between there too.
I won't be shocked if they just run that line.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we'll find out. Bang.